Hello folks, I'm the Red. This is Crusader Kings 3, and last we left off, our wandering adventurer here, Okada Kagafumi, had actually made quite a lot of distance in his journey. We crossed all of Japan, we crossed the sea, crossed the Tang Dynasty, all of these various kingdoms, petty kingdoms, chiefdoms, at least a handful of which, or at least I thought a handful of which, well, here's one, that owe allegiance to the Chinese emperor. We managed to get all the way to the Himalayan mountains. And I will say that is something I had to look up. You would think that, you would know one of the most famous mountain ranges in the world, but, or I would know one of the most famous mountain ranges in the world, but, that's just a testament to how poor my geography knowledge is. We check our thing. We're actually doing so well. Like, everyone except, like, one person is a supporter of ours, truly believes in our mission, and even the person that's not really is, at least complacent. Our patrons aren't really, like, we're headed in one direction deliberately, so it makes sense that we're not really, having a host of patrons around us. Why don't we start with this mission, which will pay us a fair bit. We could still, we can always use money. We'll always find a use for money, and it will be great to have a lot of money when we actually get to our destination, all the way west. Raja's call for educated reports on the happenings going around in its capital attracts all sorts of charlatans eager to earn money. We'll have to discreetly visit a few places. We're going to take a small group here. We're not going to take our whole host. And this is... who are we doing this for? This Raj. So... I mean, we're not really looking into his territory. We're more looking around his territory. Interestingly enough. But... that's something you want to do too as an emperor, have like a knowledge of what's happening around just outside your territory. You want to know if someone's preparing to, declare war on you. The journey has been long and tiresome. My feet ache so much the ancestors must feel it. Before long, I'm doored from head to toe in traditional Kanuji garb. Streets alive with jubilation. Every house head beckons me to come inside. We can take a short rest, a month-long rest, nearly month-long rest, and get pampered by the locals. But no, I'm sorry. Let's. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you. But we really do need to be headed along in our way. The Iron Pillar of Delhi. Interesting. Location that we're seeing here. Provocative reconnaissance. All the excitement in this area is at present directed solely towards an upcoming lesser feast from Manhasamata that the Manhasamata intends to hold. The affair will apparently just grand enough that it has managed to capture the imagination of every half-pennied rumor monger. Old talk is focused on who's likely to be invited. So we can put our ear to the ground, work our charms. I mean, this is spending our prestige, but, like, I don't think we need to hold our prestige right now. And it's, assured to happen. Sure, it pisses off the leader here, but we're not going to be here long, so... let's just piss him off, make sure we get this job done well. Little talk of anything of consequence here. Still, scrounge whatever information. I'll put my ear to the ground. And we get some info there. And we're going to have to cross back around. Oh, and we have a perk here to spend. Yeah, on the road. Oh, and we have finished upgrading our camp, so we do have enough to begin the pavilion upgrade. Tempting fruit. Our road takes us through treacherous areas. You scared me, Atatsuda, which is our champion. Anyways, let me see what you have here. Some kind of fruit? Yeah, it smells so delicious. I wonder what it tastes like. Hold on. What if it's poisonous? I guess it was harmless, but no reason to take the danger, right? We've got tons of supplies that we know aren't poisonous, or at the very least, really shouldn't be poisonous. Aches and pains. That inn we passed had many spare beds. We don't need to rough it. We make good money. We have a tiny little army with us. We have like a good 50 mounted samurais. All the excitement in Kumtang is at present directed solely towards upcoming lesser feast. Let's work our charm. And a bounty for a few whispers. Oh, and a hook on the Raj, for which we will... Spoils of war. As we walk through the streets, a procession of soldiers emerge from a side street. We've crushed those dogs yet again. It's only a matter of time before victory is ours. You have wisdom to share? Insulted them. Oh. When warned that these people practice human sacrifice. Can't believe what I'm witnessing. This man, you know what? I will try to buy his freedom regardless of his skill. And I was considering requesting a feast, but after that I kind of want to move along. We've got some hired muscle contracts. We can settle a boundary dispute here real quick. And we want to scout for talent pretty much anytime we're moving. Arbitration. I need to inspect this map of yours. And we have learned the Chinese language from Sheng Zhang here, one of our courtiers. Feel accomplished. And this man we just picked up, what does he speak? Tibetan? I'm interested in that language. Another happy patron here, who all we need to do was inspect her map. You want us to escort an emissary back east? Sure. We will make haste. And I see nothing here that we want to visit. Maybe way over here, but I'm not heading that far out of our way. Just to visit a couple of interesting spots. Headed through the most dangerous part of our journey here. Oh no, I'm headed right back. They've got low control. I guess is one of the real dangers. Hook gained. That I will spend immediately for gold and more more provisions. A perk. Finally there. And I'm going to say this is one of the last places where we can get proper Yamato Japonic mercenaries, so we can, you know, still converse through long letters and get a host of soldiers to join us. Protect the innocent. I mean, we have to do that. We don't want to go too fast or too slow. Maybe we should have gone faster. So you're the best there. You're the best there, and then I see 3 different faces here. So we are actually going to sit here for a little while. As we pass through a city, jubilant local approaches me. Let us just have a pleasant conversation. And protecting the subjects here from bandits. It's really just time consuming. It's not difficult. We're already certain to succeed. We just have to root out the bandits. What's the point? Yu Xiong has stopped bathing. Oh. No. Bathe. Bathe, man. Understand, you know. Depression sucks, but take a bath. At least that's what... I don't think it specifically says, you know, he's not bathing because he's depressed, but... that's why a lot of people stop bathing. We've completed our pavilion. The upgrades to our pavilion. So... yeah, we can upgrade. I'm going to take a moment to say our second... okay, quartermaster. We actually have a excellent quartermaster here rather than Ashita, who is just average. Head porter. We have better bodyguards. What about stooge? Ashita... Sheeta's actually like a number of things here. I don't want to make him a stooge, but guilt's up. I mean, you're the guy we just picked up. It's gonna annoy you, but... to the handsome leader, Okada Kagafumi of the Arrows. It'd be an honor if you joined us in war. So your war here. First, you're here, and you're fighting these guys over here. In addition to these over here. One more time. So you would be the allies we'd be working with. You've got like 1,000 troops. Your opponents have significantly more. You are the aggressors in this war. You're as a county claim. Why are you calling us? You're offering so little money. Pay more based on contributions, though. I'm going to decline. This is not really our thing. Curious about his offer and would be honored to stand alongside him. However, a few cold coins is not enough to risk the lives of my brave's falls. I should ask for more. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Like, it's none of these. I just don't think you have anything that we want. Like, the amount of gold we would ask is you would be able to hire a much better force for the same price. This is not the normal thing that we do. I'm thinking we do want to journey, though. And what's this? A university? Another university here. Let's just begin by heading to a city here. And while we're en route, let's stop by the capital of a rather large kingdom, northern India. Shuvert Erant. Oh, I know what this event is. This man is searching for something. We could get him to follow us. Actually, we would be fairly certain to get him to follow us. I don't think that's necessary. Let's... You have something you're searching for? Careful, a beast, a guardian, the Schubert points at a wolf. Now you shall make a fine distraction. Sorry, but, I mean, you wanted to use us as a distraction, we used you as one instead. That's sometimes the way it goes. And I ended up with some nice little item there for the sake of it. Okay, we have stopped in the city. Let's go to listen to a story. And sorry, all of you are just older than we're looking for. Craftsman. Do we have any good accessories here? I mean, honestly, this ring, we're losing prestige. I'll buy a ring. Oh, it's actually... I thought we had more money. But we have income. I should think of something else. Maybe Town Crier has something for us. Some righteous contracts, some things to do, some good deeds to do in the area. Let us put on this ring. And could perform in a play. Maybe some hired muscle. Let's go check out this hired muscle contract here. Certain thorns in the rose. The sooner we're done, the sooner we're back on. You know what? Let's just get on with our task. We don't need to go insanely fast. But neither do we need to worry about our speed. Like, we just, you know, I'm going to spend a few months doing this, but it is going to get done. We're not that far from our camp here in the city while we're doing it. We can spend the winter, maybe even the spring doing this. It's still at negative 1%. And maybe we'll spend like a whole year here. Oh, gather provisions. Actually, let's hold off on that. Maybe we should have done it with haste. Oh, a couple of our guys are becoming good friends, best friends. Good for them. I feel accomplished having learned Tibetan. How many more languages can we learn? I don't think there's any that we particularly want to learn. I'm gonna say we're going to be the ones to educate you. We have only the one child and none on the way. Supply tent has completed. We have no gold to do the next step. So I'm going to wait for a couple more months here. She'll shriek snatches me from the slumber back into the blackness of night. Follow the source of the noise and find my bodyguard cowering in fear. Kagafumi, do not go inside. There's a wolf in my bed. I peel open the tent and find a wolf, its belly rich with child. It snarls and growls at me, doubtless fearful of what I may do to its unborn babies. I mean, pups would make excellent pets, yeah. If we can... New nickname, we're no longer the Corrupt. We're now the Wolf Father. That's very nice. The fact that we got called Corrupt, like, right out the gate was just so frustrating to me. It was just like, come on. But no, now we are the Wolf Father. I'm gonna say we can seize the moment here. We have a long path ahead of us. And our supply tent. Let's wait to add a smithy. Any of these... Structure of Knights, I believe, is a quick one. Oh, have to actually hit accept for the traveling. Yeah, as I reads, I'm greeted by the Marshal. While I would be pleased to invite you in, my Samanta expects you to begin training immediately. Let me see those men then. We've got 2 of them here. This man... you should follow my move. And this man... Same. Oh, and he learned a lot from following our moves. Contract completed. Hook gained. Let us spend these hooks if we need to at all. Yeah, I'll take provisions. We've got room for a ton of provisions now. And let's walk home. My wife's now known as the Stout. Oh, and she's pregnant again. Very nice. Let us... Now that we have upgraded, let us... This would be expensive to do so. But the smithy. The smithy will pay for itself, given enough time. Given far more time than we will actually have it, but... C'est la vie. And you want us to escort someone? All my camps shall travel in this direction. Let us not make haste and instead go with an army. I'm also... I'm also going to say... I want to visit these universities. Maybe dodge the worst... I mean, the jungle. Why is this... Oh, because there's less control. There's at least some level of control in these areas. There's been war or something happening here recently. Same with that one, but we can't really get... Well, we could... If we just went like this... How much does it add? It doesn't technically even add a month to our journey. So, we're taking quite a roundabout direction, but let's gather provisions on our way. With my snares, I shall feed us all. Now we see, actually, we're gonna pass by it, but we see a siege here. And then from this university, snapping twig, there's a child in the air. My breath mists into big puffs as I traverse the orchards. High-pitched shriek pierces the air. Suddenly, high-pitched shriek pierces the air. Quicken my step. I thought this was a different event than it is. Step only to find a peasant child below a tree, shambles and sobbing violently. It appeared as if he made an attempt at climbing the tree before slipping and falling to the ground. One of the bone pipes are protruding at a strange angle. They're there. I mean, yeah, no, let's help the kid. Well, we'll never see again, but I don't think I've seen that event before. Oh, and we have a perk here to spend. Souvenirs aplenty. Just a nice little trip through the sea. And we're going to pass through these dry lands. I think the danger here was largely a lack of control in the area. But managed to get to where we were going. And let's visit the castle while we're here. Mingle with the locals everywhere we go. Listen to a story. See who's up for recruitment. I have a giant here. A learned giant. Honest, he's fickle, but he's a wise man and a herbalist. I don't speak your language, and I don't think we need to spend the money on more people at the moment. Let's take a look at the castle. Oh, some people arguing. Demir here, who accidentally cost the life of a noble. He's a good fighter, brave, trusting, fickle, sure, a hunter though. A military-minded man, although not great. Well, you see these muscles? I would be practically protecting you. Let's look for some able-bodied men. Neither of you jumping out at someone I need. What about the local training grounds? How good is our prowess? Pretty good. Town crier? No. We have another MS. Oh, actually, I see a 2-star event. Oh, but it's a criminal thing. We are not criminals. you want us to travel all the way back east for what I don't consider a significant amount of money. Do we want to go north here? It's pretty dangerous. Or we could come to this city via the ocean. We have to pass through this. I mean, we're gonna have to pass through this area any which way just to leave. So, yeah. The Iranian Intermezzo. We're not gonna be here long, but we are, you know, we would be interlopers if we got ourselves involved. As we trek through Kwanbali, which literally was saying this is, you know, very uncontrolled territory. It's got some increased autonomy. Anyways, our caravan stopped at a clearing bordered by scrawny palms. We proceed through the commotion, only to find Ikimaru and Wade. Wade was, yeah, this was a woman that was, I forget why we picked her up, but they got married in our camp, if I believe correctly. Or maybe she came with us because he wanted to marry her. I don't know. How dare you knock me from my horse, Ikimaru, you heartless sycophant. Cannot be held responsible for your distinct lack of skill. Come on, you can make amends. Well, there's no reason for us to fight. We're all in this together. We are all foreigners to these lands. Camp has moved. Let's visit the city here. Maybe listen to... Well, we will pay this woman to train us in storytelling. A few good men, actually. You are a physician. You're handsome, but, you know, that doesn't really help us. I mean, yeah, you're a little hideous. But you're a wise man and a physician. You're mostly, you're not really, like, it's not your original training from childhood, but, you know, since growing up, it's secondary training. I only see potential in Zaid. And I'm going to learn your language, which is Arabic, because it'd be a good idea to actually be able to speak with our physician. Let me check the craftsman here. Check for some accessories. I see a fine ring. Yeah, a little expensive though. Let's head back and look for the town crier. A treasure hunt, you say? There's this woman, Shola, who has she's a retired treasure hunter, one-eyed. She's diligent, brave, and gregarious. She's actually, you know, a decent person to talk to. We take her contract and where is your treasure taking us up here to the Caspian Sea, which is fine. I think rather than go via these land routes here and make a little jump, instead, and we can head straight there, but rather, as I said, rather than the path you want, let's head straight to sea. Come detour. Oh, that's also not very controlled. What's this? Like Maralu. Oh, we got a mosque here. I don't know how we would navigate this. We can come this way and here. And then why don't we visit this mountain while we're here? That is, yeah. Mount Damavad, pinnacle of ancient lord. Yeah, we can go this way. It's a relatively safe route. Take us the better part of a year. We're heading out in February via sea, via the Persian Gulf, taking it basically as far as we can go. Oh, and now we have a son. Mototoshi, Tadada Akira, Kanyasu, Chikanaka, Sanafusa, Mitsuyo, Kurasada, Kanasu, Toki Chika, Obu Shigeto, Tamayoshi, Nakanao, Nakana. I'm literally Sadayoshi. Looking for a name that I can pronounce more than anything else. Nary a drop as I bask in the desert sun. Why? So Masataka here splintered one of our water barrels. Dropped in some sharp rocks while unloading. Why do we have sharp rocks on the boat? And why is it sinking into the sand? I guess we maybe landed for a moment. Must find some more immediately. It's fine. We have plenty of provisions. Must have landed on a little outcropping here while we were moving along. Tomb Raiders. Times are hard, mighty leader. Our families must be fed. We're not doing any harm. Leader deserves his cut. Yeah. We deserve a cut. Sasanian sword? This is, if I remember correctly, regalia. It's a, yeah, prestige sword. Doesn't otherwise give us much. And we might as well equip this treasure map for the moment. As we pass through this area, yeah, we can have a feisty conversation, try to learn our language much faster. It's Arabic we're learning, right? We visit Fala Ol Aflaq, a mud brick fortress, a significant bazaar. We have a willing follower here. A woman saying that she would make an average armorer, I'm going to say, yeah, we have a man here, our quartermaster and head groom, who would make an excellent armorer. So I'm gonna have him replace you. If we wanted to romance you, it would take a personal physician here. She's still excellent. We finished our smithy. I'm gonna visit this. Oh, a serpent. We can treat a snake bite. Treacherous slopes. As we travel through Ruyan, I take in the beautiful view from the mountainside. When I steal my eyes away to focus back on the stony path ahead, I realize we've been surrounded by a group of ruffians. Fearsome man, presuming their leader, stands in front of a caravan passing through these mountains of cost. You don't care who you are. Anyone passing through my mountain pays. I mean, we could attack him, but yeah, no, like 50 gold is more than, if you were saying 10 gold, we can take you. Treasure map, a bird in the hand. At dawn, we arrive in Shalash. At what should be the marker on the treasure map, I begin searching for suitable spots where one might hide treasure. For miles stretches only quiet forest, majestic backdrop to my search. Some way into a nearby collection of ancient trees, I spot something in one of the hollow cavities. Placing my hand inside, I pull out a fine brooch. And she'll pay us for it and give us a ton of provisions. Wow, you must have connections here because you didn't carry those provisions with you. You can burn property, perform a play. You want us to escort someone all the way back here. Like, we avoided this area deliberately because it was, you know, it's just desert. It's just dangerous desert. No. I'm sorry, but we are continuing our journey west. We want to head into the Abbasid Empire. I mean, they're having an ongoing war, civil war. Yeah, we may want to avoid the area in actuality. You are, you know, you're beholden to the Abbasid Empire, but you're not part of their civil war, or at least, yeah, you're not actually participating in it. Let's begin by visiting this city here, and we're gonna customize our route to visit the Rainbow Mountains. And that's actually all we need to do, because we'll then naturally pass through the sprawling Shuka. We didn't actually get all the way to Mount... I'm gonna... Okay, so it's... This little fort's not quite placed properly within its territory. Well, it's fine. If I paid more attention, I would have seen it. Visit a snow-capped pinnacle. We're gonna pass by this emissary contract, but maybe it'll still be possible to contact it. The Rainbow Mountains. The creator themselves seem to have painted these ridges with a rainbow of colors. Bands of red, white, yellow, gray, orange, and yet strangest hues tint the rock tranquil landscape. Local rules often take guests here to see the sublime wonder. And the sprawling Shuka, an ancient marketplace. We've got another perk here. Temperament. That's camp temperament. Let's do the journey planner. I see a chance for us to regale a court here. How old have we gotten? 25. We're moving along quite quickly. We will be the ones to educate our son. Our firstborn daughter and our firstborn son. You will pay us if we have an exceptional success. We talk to you about worldly affairs. Let's take a little stop in the capital before we go. And I forgot to visit the holding before going, unfortunately. But that'll happen. Yeah, the sooner we're done, the sooner we're back on the road. It's not uncommon for settled rulers like Ashot to play host to notable travelers like myself. For a few gifts and decent lodgings, explorers such as ours provide entertainment, intelligence, and a suitable distraction from his many courtiers. You're definitely going to this task. You can come here. You two are the best suited here, and then you're here. And it shouldn't be too long for us to regale the court with interesting tales, the world outside his castle walls. And kick it up a notch. Spend at least part of winter here. I've been wondering, my dear Kagafumi, drawls Prince Ashot one idle dinner. You spin these tales of your life and deeds, yet you live neath a muddy tent flap, barely sheltered from torrential rain, scorching sunlight. I nod, no use denying that. With so many of the basic comforts of life denied to you, what's the thing that motivates you to get up in the morning? Why keep marching on when the next day you'll just need to do it all over again? Does there have to be a single reason? Simple. There are sights yet unseen. We are headed to the far end of the world. I will have crossed the entirety of everything. How romantic. And seen it all. We could seize the moment right now, but if we wait a little bit, dinner at Prince Ashot's course an ideal time to impress his courtiers with my dashing escapades. The happier the fatter my purse is likely to be. Of course, this calls for less subtle wit. Does my reputation not speak for itself? Of the horizon. Sitting in my tent, I find myself poring over accounts, maps, and manuscripts dealing in exotic and far-off kingdoms. Such tantalizing stories they tell, such strange places this world has to offer. I wonder, do their people hear such stories about us? My parsing mere rumors of truthful and fantastic accounts place is seemingly far from Amaterasu's gaze. I find England fascinating. And we can go ahead, seize the moment here. We have a long path ahead of us. Entertain some courtiers, but he did not give us anything grand for the act. He'll give us more provisions, though. And... oh, danger, snowbound. Been snowbound for days. This man will help us. Sure, it's a fair price. I'm gonna charge us for helping, but... and we have learned Arabic. I feel accomplished. We're gonna go ahead and... say... Shahzada. Will you... let's sing a love ballad to her. You have a beautiful voice, leader. Was she the one that we had last picked up? I think she's the only other woman in our court besides our wife and a couple of other men's wives. Some older women. Yeah. So, now that we can properly speak to her, let's romance her. We've made quite the dent in our travel from the Himalayas all the way to past the Caspian Sea. We are closer to our destination already than we are from our starting point. Although, what exactly is going to happen at our destination, not quite known. In any case, if you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time where we will continue our journey to the land of the setting sun in Crusader Kings 3.